Clare Drama Festival gets underway this week. Now in its 77th year, the festival brings together some of the very best drama groups from across the country, all competing for a place in the All-Ireland finals. Running right through to the 27th of March, audiences can expect a packed programme with something for everyone. And to find out more about what we can expect, I'm joined by the PRO of the Clare Drama Festival, Tom Hanley. Tom, good to see you again. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, thank you, Alan, for having me in here. You know, you've nearly said it all there, your introduction, kind of, you know.
All right, it's great to have you this morning, Tom. All the best. Bye.
Yeah.
Look, lots to look forward to.
Yes, there is,
Look, myself and Siobhan touched on it. This 77th year. It's incredible to be one of the longest running amateur theatre events in the entire country.
Started in 1947, the first one, and what a lot of people might know, and the older people would definitely know, during Lent, dances were banned in all dioceses, bar one. I think it might be the one up in Killala or Mayo or something like that, but drama was allowed. So it became an outlet for, let's say, young people that want to go out and socialise. They could go to the drama, but they couldn't go dancing. You see? So it's to this day, I suppose, all of the drama festivals are held during Lent, you know.
So what do you think has, or maybe it's not one particular thing, Tom, but we've seen other, not just drama groups, but even festivals fall by the wayside. Yeah. At some point, others have continued, but maybe not continuing anywhere near as long as from 1947. What is it about the Clare Drama Festival that has stood the test of time?
Well, I suppose we've a great local support, you know, and around the country, drama festivals have continued to thrive in rural communities. And I'll think of Rossmore back in West Cork, you know, where Kilmeen are based. That's not much bigger than Budike, and they're going 40-something years. You know? And the festivals haven't thrived or continued in the bigger centres of population. You know, it's more of a rural activity, but it's great. You know, people do like to be entertained. You know, and maybe get up, see your neighbours up on stage, and they might be making right Egypt to themselves. But the one thing about the festival is, you know, and there's lots of local groups that will put on plays in their local halls. You know, and they get up and, as I said, make an Egypt to yourself, and everyone will laugh at you. You'll think you're great. Bring your production to a strange hall and a strange audience, and then you know what you have, you know.
Yeah, you're not on home turf anymore.
Exactly, indeed.
But look, they all do it, and like with the recent West Clare Drama Festival, they're doing it because the competition in drama is really tough, and there's high standards, and these groups are competing for a place in the All-Ireland finals. So give us a sense, Tom, of how high is the standard this year? Well,
this year, no, I haven't seen any. I've seen one of the productions, and that's Shannon said. And actually, they're not in production, but they have a very entertaining show. You know, A Living Will. Standards, I'll tell you, the amateurs. You know, if you go to professional theatre, professionals will come out and they'll play it at the same level night after night. But the amateurs will come out and they do feed off the audience reaction, and there might be the odd flop, but when they hit the heights, they can really soar, you know.
I think it's important as well, you know, having seen quite a number of amateur productions, if there is a mishap or a stumble, the best thing is just to, you know, even if you're not in front of a home crowd, everyone is wishing you well. You just kind of have to plough on, don't you?
That's it. And no two performances are the same. Yeah. What'll work tonight won't work tomorrow night, you know. Different audience will react to it differently. I was at a play, I won't say where it was, not in this county, recently, a local production, and one of the actresses in it wasn't great on her lines, and she could fluff names and she could fluff lights, but a good friend of mine was playing opposite her. You know, now he's experienced, but if you had somebody who wasn't experienced playing opposite somebody like that, it could be a nightmare on stage, you know.
I remember being at one where, you know, one of the characters was to exit the room, and went to grab the door handle to go out the door, and the door handle came off in their hand. But did they look perturbed? No, they just pushed the door and it went out, and it was actually, you know, that moment added to it.
Look, there can be often funny things too. If you're on stage, final night can be a dangerous night, you know. If you're doing a run locally, let's say you'll be supposed to be drinking what looks like whiskey, you know, and it might be red lemonade or it could be cold tea.
But for the final night,
final night,
a double helping. I mean, look, it's regardless of the groups or what types of plays they're doing. This is a festival everyone very much looks forward to. So, give us a sense of what people can expect from the packed programme. Is there comedy, drama, a mixture of productions and performances coming?
There certainly is. Now, tonight we have Memory Lane with Heaven, written by Eugene O'Brien. Eugene is an Irish playwright. Probably Eden, I think, was one of his better known plays, but he also did the screenplay for Pure Mule. You remember that TV series? I think it was set in Banner, was it, or something? And,
an RT production.
That had their flat Offaly accents in it, but he was the scriptwriter for that, and we've two Brian Friel plays, and Brian Friel of Philadelphia Here I Come, and Dancing at Lunasa with Thurles on next Tuesday night. Now Friel, there's huge depth to Friel's plays, huge depth, and every time you see them you'd nearly pick up a different layer in it. Brideview are coming Saturday night with Hugh Leonard's Da. Now, that's semi-autobiographical. Apparently, Hugh had a troubled enough relationship with his dad when he was young, so this is kind of gives part of that as a story.
Maybe some people can read into their own relationships with their fathers watching that.
Sure, look, when we were all teenagers, we thought our dads knew nothing,
Exactly.
But by the time we got to 20, they learned
the
a lot.
The benefit of hindsight. Okay, exactly. so who else is going to be coming? It's a mixture, I presume, Clare groups and groups from elsewhere.
That's right, yeah. Corrafin are coming then on Sunday night with Wit, and that's by American playwright Margaret Edson. Hasn't written that many plays. Now, we do say, the flyer says here, it's not suitable for children. Now, it's not so much language, but there's one, I suppose, nude scene in the end of it, which if it's done tastefully...
tickets are going to sell out that night anyway.
if it's done tastefully, it shouldn't be that shocking for most people anyway, I'd say, Slieve Aughty, our local group, are doing The Outgoing Tide by Bruce Graham, and that's, I suppose, deals with Alzheimer's and a man who's decided that he has a plan to look after his family when he's gone, kind of, but it might involve taking a few bob off an insurance company, but that's...
What harm?
What harm is right, kind of, Nina are coming then next Wednesday with The Salvage Shop by Jim Nolan. Jim is he's a Wexford or Waterford playwright, nice play, actually, serious, yeah. But as I said, they'd be funny. A Living Will, why there's by Shannon Side now, and I saw that in Clonlara a couple of weeks ago, and I'm looking forward to seeing it again, Yeah, and it's their first time. They're not in competition on the circuit, but they're coming up to. We had another group that dropped out from Dunmore that had to drop out. One of their cast got seriously ill, and
so Clonlara gets to represent.
They do, yeah. Okay. But they're so looking forward to coming, and the enthusiasm of Eddie Dillon and some of his cast, they're really looking forward to coming. So, and we were really looking forward to having them.
Brilliant. That should be great. Yes. What else is on the cards?
That's Kilmeen then are on the final night with Ballyturk. That's an Enda Walsh play. If you've seen any Enda Walsh's work, some of them can be quite deep and different. Mightn't be exactly. I'm told it's very, very entertaining, and very well acted. But I don't know, it mightn't be a barrel of laughs off, so that possibly I don't know.
Okay,
but there's something for everyone. The two masks of theatre, the comedy and the tragedy, and we'll have both in the next 9 nights.
Brilliant. Look, the dramatic and serious can be as interesting as the humorous, whatever it might be. In terms of tickets then, Tom, presumably there is a festival-long ticket you can get. Are there individual nights as well?
Oh, there are, yeah. You can get a season ticket for €90, which for 9 nights is good value. Adults for nightly admission is €15, and seniors and those that have the FT cards. Do you know what an FT card is, Alan?
An FD?
FT. The free travel.
Sorry.
Yeah. If seniors get in for €12, children and students get in for a tenner, and there's no need for advance booking because we can accommodate up to 400 people at a push, but we'd have 300 chairs out every night anyway, and if you want a good seat though, come early, and so the doors will open at about 7:15 each night and curtain up each night at 8:00.
Brilliant stuff. That is the Clare Drama Festival in Scariff. Sounds like it's going to be yet another great one. And the PRO of the Clare Drama Festival, Tom Hanley, thank you very much for being with us on Morning Focus.
Well, thank you for having me here, Alan. Thank you.